Dear friends, this is my lecture on standard deviation and coefficient of variation. This is summary of absolute and relative measures of dispersion. Standard deviation is the most reliable and ideal measure of dispersion. To remove the drawbacks of range, quartile deviation and mean deviation, we study standard deviation. It is suggested by Karl Pearson in 1893. Standard deviation is defined as the positive square root of the mean of the squares of deviations taken from mean. It is abbreviated as SD and it is denoted by sigma, the Greek letter sigma, and pronounced as sigma. So the formula for standard deviation is sigma is equal to root of summation of x minus x bar bracket square divided by n. Now this formula can be written as sigma is equal to square root of summation of x square divided by n minus summation of x divided by n bracket square. So this formula is useful while calculating the standard deviation. Note that standard deviation is also called as root mean square deviation or second moment of dispersion. It is an absolute measure of dispersion. The relative measure of standard deviation is given by coefficient of standard deviation, and that is equal to standard deviation divided by mean equal to sigma divided by mod of x bar. Now the second quantity, variance, it is defined as square of standard deviation and it is denoted by sigma square. Therefore variance is equal to sigma square is equal to summation of x minus x bar bracket square divided by n, and again for simplicity this can be written as summation of x square divided by n minus summation of x divided by n bracket square. So these are merits and demerits of standard deviation. Merits: it is rigidly defined, it is based on all observations, it is capable of further mathematical treatment, it has sampling stability, it is more accurate and reliable measure of dispersion. Now demerits: it is not easy to calculate for a common man, it is difficult to understand, it gives more importance to the extreme values, it is not suitable for distributions with open-end classes. Now let us see the uses of standard deviation. Standard deviation is useful in further statistical analysis, such as to calculate skewness, kurtosis, correlation and regression, etc. It is widely used in biological studies. It is useful in fitting a normal curve to a frequency distribution. These are important properties of standard deviation. First property is combined standard deviation. If we add two groups, then the formula for combined standard deviation becomes sigma 1 2 is equal to square root of n1 into sigma 1 square plus d1 square plus n2 into sigma 2 square plus d2 square divided by n1 plus n2, where that d1 square is x bar 1 2 minus x1 bar square and d2 square is equal to x bar 1 2 minus x2 bar square, and sigma 1 sigma 2 are respective standard deviations. Next properties: standard deviation is not affected by change of origin, and the third property is standard deviation is affected by change of scale. Now let us see very important relative measure of dispersion known as coefficient of variation, and it is suggested by Karl Pearson and abbreviated as CV. It is defined as the ratio of standard deviation to the mean expressed in percentage. Symbolically, CV is equal to standard deviation divided by mean into 100, that is equal to sigma divided by modulus of mean into 100. To compare the variability of different groups, we compare their coefficients of variation. A group or data for which CV is smaller is said to be more consistent or more stable than the other group. The coefficient of variation can be used for comparing the relative consistency of prices of shares of two or more companies. So a share having smaller value of CV is mostly prepared than other. So these are different formulae for calculating standard deviation. So sigma is equal to root of summation of x minus x bar bracket square divided by n. So this is by default, by definition. For simplicity, we can write this as sigma is equal to root of summation of x square divided by n minus summation of x divided by n bracket square. This is used for individual data. Now for discrete distribution, the formula becomes sigma is equal to root of summation of f into x bracket square divided by n minus summation of f into x divided by n bracket square. And for continuous frequency distribution, this becomes sigma is equal to root of summation of f into m square divided by n minus summation of f into m divided by n bracket square. So there are in all 12 different formulae depending upon the nature of data and method to be used while calculating standard deviation. Let us see some numerical examples based on standard deviation and CV. So this is the first example, which is based on individual data. Calculate SD and CV for the given data. So they have given marks of 10 students out of 25. So here to obtain CV, we need mean and standard deviation, and to calculate mean and standard deviation, we need summation of x and summation of x square. And for that, we prepare the table of x and x square, and these are the sums. Summation of x square is summation of x is 120, and summation of x square is 1714. So here number of observations n is equal to 10, and therefore the mean becomes x bar is equal to summation of x divided by n equal to 120 divided by 10 equal to 12, and standard deviation sigma is equal to root of summation of x square divided by n minus summation of x divided by n bracket square. So by substituting the sum and sum of squares, and by simplifying that, it gives us sigma is equal to 5.2345, and therefore coefficient of variation CV is equal to sigma divided by mod of mean into 100, that is equal to 5.2345 divided by 12 into 100. Finally, it gives us 43.62%. So this is the example based on discrete frequency distribution. Calculate mean, variance, standard deviation, and coefficient of variation for the following data. They are given the discrete frequency distribution values and frequencies. Now for given discrete frequency distribution, to find mean and standard deviation, we need summation of f into x and summation of f into x square. So for that, we prepare this table to have the various sums. So to save this space, I have written this row wise, but it will be better if you write this table column wise. Okay. So here sum of frequencies is 50, and therefore the number of observations n is equal to 50. Summation of f into x is 500 and summation of f into x square is 5138 here, and therefore mean is equal to summation of f into x divided by n, 500 divided by 50 equal to 10, and standard deviation is root of summation of f into x square divided by n minus summation of f into x divided by n bracket square by substituting the various values. So we have, so after substituting the values and simplifying, finally we get standard deviation sigma is equal to 1.66. Now for variance, as variance is square of standard deviation, so square of 1.66 is 2.76. Therefore variance is 2.76. Coefficient of standard deviation is sigma divided by mod of mean, that is equal to 1 divided by 1.66 divided by 100, that is 0.166. And finally the coefficient of variation CV is equal to 1.66 divided by 10 into 100, that is 16.61. So this is the third example, which is based on continuous frequency distribution. Here the problem is calculate coefficient of variation for the following data. They have given the data in the form of classes and frequencies. As usual, to find CV, we need mean and standard deviation, and to find mean and standard deviation, we need the summation of f into m and summation of f into m square, where that m is midpoint of the class. Okay. So to find the various sums, we form this table: class, frequency, midpoint, m values, f into m and f into m square, and we have the sums. Total number of observations n is equal to 40. Summation of f into m equal to 1320, and summation of f into m square is 50,570, and therefore mean is equal to summation of f into m divided by n, that is equal to 1320 divided by 40, that is equal to 33, and standard deviation equal to root of summation of f into m square divided by n minus summation of f into m divided by n bracket square. So by substituting the values, standard deviation becomes root of 50,570 divided by 40 minus 1320 divided by 40 bracket square, and after simplification we have the value of sigma is equal to 13.238, and therefore the coefficient of variation CV is equal to standard deviation divided by mean into 100, that is equal to 13.238 divided by 33 into 100, and finally it gives 40.115. Thank you.